cast of amateurs following 4 musical acts that had toured the world. But who's going to buy tickets, I said. Our old no-purpose room only held 80 seats. Well, we had over 120 last night. We got about 110 tonight. So, thank you. I want to publicly thank the former and current HOA directors whose commitments to make this social hall with stage lighting, drop-down viewing screens, projector, and most of all, a kick-ass audio system that received many superlatives from the performers and the crews they entertained. One of the great things that I have is I don't have to ask Artie to turn off the lights anymore, because I can do it from the booth. Artie, thank you for all your years of service. In the past, I want to thank my crew before we start. Joe Benjamin is our narrator, and he'll be leading us during the production. Gene Weiss is our video producer. Rich Blum took a lot of great photographs, which are on the Tivoli website. Michelle Thompson, wonderful Michelle. She took care of our playroom. Ellie Tribush took a new headshots for all the players that are on the do I detect a little and lastly, a special thanks to Peter Oppenheimer. This is a guy who 4 weeks ago didn't know what a mixing board was. And he's running a board with 32 channels, and he's got these monitors on the stage hooked up and all kinds of good things and so forth. Anyway, thank you all for coming, our friends, our neighbors, our family. Let's get started.
We've been traveling far without a home, but not without a star. Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to the dream.
On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America, and we're looking back again. They're coming to America. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, they're coming to America. Got a dream to take them there. They're coming to America. Got a dream they come to share. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America today. 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 Today.
My country is a big,
Today.
sweet land of liberty,
Today.
of the Iceland,
Today.
the Iceland.
Today. 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 Today.
proclamation by the governor of Massachusetts at Boston. These are the times that try men's souls. In the course of our nation's history, the people of Boston have rallied bravely. Whenever the rights of men have been threatened, today a new crisis has arisen. The Metropolitan Transit Authority, better known as the MTA, is attempting to levy a burdensome tax on the population in the form of a subway fare increase. Citizens, hear me out. This could happen to you.
Well, let me tell you of a story of a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, went to ride on the MTA. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned.
What a pity.
He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Charlie handed in his dime at the Kendall Square station as he changed for a Jamaica plane. When he got there, the conductor told him one more nickel. Charlie couldn't get off of that train. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned.
Poor old Charlie.
He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. All night long, Charlie rides through the station saying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea and my brother in Roxbury? But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned.
Shame and scandal.
He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Charlie's wife goes down to the Scully Square station every day at 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich as the train comes rumbling through. But did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned.
He may ride
He
forever.
ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Now, you citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal that the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase, vote for George O'Brien. Let's get Charlie off the MTA, or else he'll never return. No, he'll never return, and his fate is still unlearned.
Just like Paul Revere.
Ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who'll never return. He's the man who'll never return. He's the man who'll never return.
A two, Bucky.
The MTA song has become so entrenched in Boston lore that the Boston Area Transit Authority named its electronic card-based fare collection system the Charlie Card as a tribute to this song. Ooh Baby is a song written by Smokey Robinson and Pete Moore. The song has inspired numerous cover versions by other artists over the years, including Ella Fitzgerald, Linda Ronstadt, and our own Amy Silver.
I lost you. What a price to pay. Hey, I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Mistakes, I know I've made a few, but I'm only human. You've made mistakes too. I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby, I'm just about at the end of my road, but I can't stop trying. I can't give up hope, 'cause I believe one day I'll hold you near, whisper I still love you until that day is here. Oh, I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Oh, 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 baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
On My Own is a solo from the 1980 musical Les Miserables. This arrangement was specially recorded for this member of our cast, Emily Osroff.
On my own, pretending he's beside me, all alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes, and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me, forever and forever. And no, he's always in my mind, that I'm talking to myself, but not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say, there's a way for us. Love him, and when the night is love him. I love him, but only on my own.
Let's get music that's old and blue with our next selection. Straighten Up and Fly Right is a 1943 song written by Nat King Cole and Irving Mills, and one of the first vocal hits for the King Cole Trio. First up is Elaine Gilmer.
A buzzer took the monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. The buzzer tried to throw the monkey off his back, but the monkey answered and said, "Now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you lower your top. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top." The buzzer told the monkey, "You were choking me. Release your hold and I'll set you free." The monkey looked the buzzer dead right in the eye and said, "Your story's so touching, but it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top." Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Fly right.
In the wee small hours of the morning is a 1955 popular song composed by David Mann. It was title track of Frank Sinatra's album of the same name. With her favorite arrangement is Mary Markovitz.
When the sun is high in the afternoon sky, you can always find something to do. But from dusk till dawn, as the clock ticks on, something happens to you. In the wee small hours of the morning, while the whole wide world is fast asleep, you lie awake and you think about the boy, and never ever think of counting sheep.
The Birth of the Blues is a popular 1926 song composed by Ray Henderson with lyrics by Buddy DeSilva and Lou Brown. It was used in the Broadway review of George Wright's Scandals in 1926. Welcome, Rita Packman.
Oh, they say some people long ago were looking for a different tune, one that they could croon as only they can. They only had the rhythm, so they started swaying to and fro. They didn't know just what to use, but this is how the blues really began. This is the way the blues began. They heard the breeze through the trees, making weird melodies, and they named that the start of the blues. And from a jail came the wail of a downhearted frail, and they played that as part of the blues. And from a whippoorwill high on that hill, they took a new note. They pushed it through a horn till it was worn into a blue note. And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. And from a whippoorwill high on that hill, they took a new note. They put it through a horn till it was worn into a blue note. And then they nursed it, they rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. They nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues.
One of the cast's favorites came from the play Chicago, which has run continuously on Broadway or road companies for over 25 years. This classic features our convicted murderesses, Judy, Sandy, Susan, Ronna, Emily, and Mary, in this highlighted number.
And now, the 6 minute notices from the Duke County Jail and their rendition of the Cell Block Tango.
Squish. Cicero. Lipschitz. Squish.
shoe and it's popping. So I said to him, I said, Bernie, you pop that gun one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots. In his head. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago, and he told me he was single. We hit it off right away. We started living together. He'd go to work. He'd come home. I'd mix him a drink. We'd have dinner. And then I found out, single my ass, not only was he married, but he had 6 wives, one of them Mormons, you know. So that night he came home, I fixed him his drink as usual. You know, some guys can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming. He took a flower in its prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime.
Well, I'm sitting in the kitchen, carving up a chicken for dinner, and in walks my husband Wilbur, in a terrible rage. You've been screwing the milkman, he says. You've been screwing the milkman. And then he walked into my knife. He walked into my knife 10 times.
I bet you would have done the same. Ich weiß nicht, was ich bin du. Ich hab gar nichts getan. Sei suchen, ich hab gehandelt, mein Mann. Sei suchen, ich hab geschnitten seinen Kopf. Liegt du, ist toll. But ich bin unschuldig. But did you do it? Not guilty.
Well, my sister Veronica and I, we do this double act, and my husband Charlie travels around with us. Well, for the last number of our act, we do 20 things all in a row. We do back splits and front splits, one after another. One night we were in the Hotel Cicero, just boozing and drinking, having a grand old time. But we ran out of ice, so I went to get some. When I came back, there was my husband Charlie and Veronica doing number 17, the spread eagle. I nearly died. It wasn't until I washed the blood off my hands I even knew they were dead.
They had it coming, had it coming, they had it coming, had it coming, had it coming all along. I didn't do it. If I done it, would you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved Alvin Lipschitz. He was a nice soft kind of guy, an artist. But he could never find himself. So every night, out he would go looking. Well, he found Gladys, he found Rosemary, he found Ruth, and he found Irving. Well, I guess you could say we had our artistic differences. Some like us, some did.
Bum, 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 dirty bum, 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 bum. They had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming all along. 'Cause if they used us, and they used us to tell us that we were wrong. He had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Pop that gun one more time.
Single my ass.
10 times.
Spread eagle, artistic differences.
I bet you would have done the same.
The cell block is presided over by Matron Mama Morton, whose system of taking bribes, when the good Mama, perfectly suits her clientele. She's helped Velma become the media's top murderer of the week, and and is acting as a booking agent for Velma's big return to vaudeville. Let's hear it for our mama, Lynn Tribush.
Ladies and gentlemen, the keeper of the keys, the countess of the clique, the mistress of Murderer's Row, Matron Mama Martin.
Ask any of the chickies in my pen. They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen. I love them all and all of them love me. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity. Got a little motto, oh it sees me through. You be good to mama, mama's good to you. There's a lot of favors I'm prepared to do. You do one for mama, she'll do one for you. They say that life is tit for tat, and that's the way I live. I deserve a lot of tap for what I've got to give. Don't you know that this hand washes that one too? When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. If you want my gravy, pepper my ragu, spice it up for mama, she'll get hot for you. When they pass that basket, folks contribute too. You put in for mama, she'll put out for you. The folks atop the ladder are the ones the world adores. So pick me up my ladder, kid, and I'll boost you up yours. Let's huddle together like the Princeton crew. When you're stroking mama, mama's stroking you. So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. Oh yeah.
Lady is a song. Lady is a song written by Lionel Richie and first recorded by American country music artist Kenny Rogers. It was released in September 1988 on the album Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits. Here's Tommy Richter.
Lady, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have come into my life and made me whole. My love, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore. You have gone and made me such a years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life and made me whole. Forever, let me wake to see regent every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. In my eyes, I see no one else but you. There's no other love like our love. Oh, we belong together. Won't you come here in my arms? Lady, your love's the only love I need. Beside me is where I want you to be. My love, there's something I want you to know. You're the love of my life. You're my lady. Thank you.
Okay. Now you know why this show is a potpourri of musical genre, and our hope you've enjoyed something of the city. The next group of performers are putting their spin on a John Denver classic. Put your hands and clap them for the Country Girls.
Well, life on the farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much an old country girl like me can hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country girl. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. My days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country girl. Well, I got me a fine life, I got me all fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the grill. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country girl.
Sleep, so I keep it kind of low. Thank God I'm a country girl.
I'd play Sally Gooden all day if I could, but the Lord and my life wouldn't take it very good. So I fiddle when I can, work when I should. Thank God I'm a country girl. Well, I got me a fine life, I got me all fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country girl.
Till the day he died, took me by his hand, close to his side. Live a good life and make a middle with pride. Thank God I'm a country girl.
Well, my daddy taught me young how to hunt and how to whittle, taught me how to work and play tune on the fiddle, taught me how to love and give all it all. Thank God I'm a country girl.
I got me a fine life, I got me all fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle.
Thank God
God. You make many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would be so bad if I had a small fortune? If I was a rich man, all day long I if I was a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to if I was a rich, I would die. I built a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down and one more leading nowhere just for show. Fill my yachts with chips and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each pa-pa-pa-ka and a honk and a honk and a dog would land like a trumpet on their ear, as if to say, "Here lives a wealthy man." If I was a rich man, all day long I'd be
Rich Man is a show tune from the 1964 musical Fiddler on the Roof. It was written by Sheldon Harnick and Jerry Pop. The song is performed by Teddy, the main character of the musical, and reflects his dreams of glory. Tonight's performer, Ellie Tribush, has dedicated his performance to the memory of Hyman Total, who passed away last month and played Teddy in the film 50 years ago. In the 1953 film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe sing and dance as a couple of gold diggers. One, Marilyn, loves diamonds, and the other, Russell, loves men. Here to perform this classic is a group of Timberlake Lake's finest gems. When I'm 84. The music for this song was written by Paul McCartney when he was about 16 years old. The lyrics were written a number of years later, when it was released on their Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. The song is sung by a young man to his lover and is about his plans for the growing old together. Here's Sergeant Salt and Pepper, Norman Rose.
With apologies to Paul McCartney. When I get older, losing my mind, not so long from now, will you be paying for my managed care? Private nursing, a room I don't share. I've got dementia, no more cars, can't even keep the score. Will you still visit? We'll do things illicit when I'm 84. You'll be older too, and when you say the word, I could live with you. I could spend hours looking at porn, never get in your way. Lock me in a rocker by the fireside. Every morning smack my backside. Fill my prescriptions, go to the doc. Open up the door. Pay my expenses, change my depenses. When I'm 84, send me an email, drop me a text, stating point of view. Tell me what you want me to go out and say. I'm right here just wasting away, doing some yoga, smoking some weed. Who could ask for more? Will you still nag me? Will you still shag me when I'm 84? Yeah!
Girl Crush is about jealousy. It is the old girlfriend wishing she was her ex's new girlfriend. Maureen Richter performs her soulful rendition.
Girl crush, hate to admit it, but I got a heart rush, ain't slowing down. I got it real bad, want everything she has, that smile and that midnight laugh, she's giving you now. Taste her lips, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair, I want her magic touch, yeah, 'cause maybe then want me just as much. I got a girl crush. Girl crush. Get no sleep. I don't get no peace thinking about her. it ain't slowing down.
Okay, sorry for that delay. You know, sometimes in the past when I've done shows, when we need more time for costume changes or scene changes, I usually do a trivia contest. Well, I'm not going to do a trivia contest. I got to tell you something. Anybody know what ASCAP is? ASCAP is a music licensing company. And associations like us, we actually have to pay dues to ASCAP because we're using music that was written and copyrighted and people get royalties. And I can't believe that there's a ASCAP police patrolling the Valencias and Tivoli Lakes. So when I looked into this, they gave me grief. They said that I was doing something illegal. We were getting ready to do a song, but we weren't using the original lyrics. So we would have a penalty. So I said, well, that's not right. What if we do the song with the original lyrics and call it a day? So they agreed. So I'd like to give you a demonstration of what this was all about. Peter, can you start the track? With no apologies to the Eagles. Avocado, you're a delight to my senses. You're so dark and delicious, and so ripe now. Oh, you're a soft one. I know that's when you're good eating. Your taste is real pleasing. I'll peel you right now with some lemon pepper sprinkled on. I'll eat you when I'm able. You know I haven't picked a bad one of you yet. Now you look so fine and luscious when you're sliced and at my table. I'll scarf as much as you as I can get. Avocado, you're so very delicious. I got down my dishes and you're on my plate. You may be mashed up and become guacamole. You will top my frijoles. You will top my frijoles. And I just can't wait. No, no. Kid, ready for this? Thank you. There was no ASCAP. That was just a ruse. 40 years ago when I was in the entertainment industry, we were doing a show with a guy, John Denver's guitar player, Denny Brooks, and Denny sang this song. 40 years I've been trying to find a way to use it. Thanks for indulging me.
Out of bed and stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch and try to come to life. In the shower where the blood starts pumping, out in the street where the fun is drunken with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Jumping 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Getting by is no taking and no giving. Just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is ain't out to get me. Have dreams just to watch them shatter. You're a step on the boss man's ladder. You have dreams he'll never take away. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, wait for the day your trip will come in. That time's gonna come and it's gonna roll your way. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Getting by, it's no taking and no giving. You just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, yeah, they got you where they want to. There's a better life and you think about it, don't you? It's a rich man's world, no matter what they want. And they spend their life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, the way to make a living. Really getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5. I want to thank you guys very much for all your love and support. Thank you, dollies. And when I say support. Now, I've got a question for some of you ladies out there. How many of you have noticed that sometimes your body has a mind of its own and you started sagging and dragging and bagging? That happens, that's not going to bother me none. And you want to know why? Because I plan to get nipped and tucked and sucked. Got another question. Now, this is for all of you out there. How many of you are fighting the battle of the bulge? Come on now. You know who you are out there. Well, I got to tell you, I have tried every diet in the book. Yes, I have. I tried every diet out of the book. I even ate the book, and it was
better than some of those diets. Now, I gotta ask you a question. What do you think of my hair? A lot of people say to me, Dolly, I love your hair. How long does it take to get it done? Truth be known, I don't really know. I've never been there. Speaking about my hair, how many of you've heard all those dumb blonde jokes? Well, they don't bother me none. And you want to know why? Because I know I'm not dumb. I'm not really blonde either. Now, I have to tell you something about me that I bet you never knew. No, you never knew this. I was the first woman to burn my bra. Well, it took the fire department 4 days to put that fire out. Yes, it did. Now, I'm going to leave you with one thought, and that is, it isn't easy to be a diamond in this rhinestone world. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
9 to 5 is a song written and recorded by American entertainer Dolly Parton for the 1980 film of the same name. In addition to appearing on the film soundtrack, the song was the centerpiece of Parton's album 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs, released in 1980. The Rose was first recorded by Bette Midler for the soundtrack of the 1979 film The Rose, in which it plays under the closing credits. Midler won the Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for The Rose, beating out formidable competition from Barbra Streisand and Donna Summer, among others. Welcome, Maura Sweeney.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. That
Let's travel back to 1941 for our next selection. Originally a big hit for the Andrews Sisters in the Abbott and Costello film, Buck Rabbits. Boogie Woogie. Elaine, Mary, and Lynn are ready to answer the call.
He was a big, strong man from out Chicago way. He had the boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft, but then his number came up when he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now. He's following readily. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
They never make for yourself the same. Ran around down because they could not jam. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next day the cat went out and dropped her bag.
And now the company drops when he plays readily. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
A diddly out of tune, boogie to a bar, and boogie rhythm. Can't blow it out unless the bass and guitar is playing with him.
And the company jumps when he plays readily. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was so boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he's as busy as a biz bee. And when he plays, he makes a company jump eight to the bar. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Diddly-yada, toot-toot, he blows it into the bar. And boogie rhythm, can't blow it out unless the bass and guitar is playing with him.
And the company jumps when he plays readily. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company
Ladies and gentlemen, our cast, Emily Osaroff, Wayne Goldberg, Mary Markovitz, Gina Patton, Judy Pomeranz, Maureen Richter, Mary Margaret Kendler, Elaine McCarthy, Connie Richter, Susan Hale, Sandy Newman, Lynn Tribus, Lana Sealer, Joe Benjamin, our narrator, Ron Berkowitz, Morris Miller, Amy Silver,
The Timberlake Lakes players would like to extend several thank yous. Our first thank you would be to you, our audience, our community. Thank you for your support. We also would like to extend thanks to two extraordinary individuals without whom this never would have happened. Our director, Jeff Smith, and our sound engineer, Peter Oppenheimer. We'd also like to do a shout out to Sharon Smith and Sandy Oppenheimer because they haven't seen their husbands in weeks.
And of course, we have to say a very, very special thank you to the president of the Tivoli Lakes Players, Elaine Gelber. She did everything between programs and rehearsals and scheduling, and she made it all look very easy. She is the glue to the Tivoli Players. Thank you.
Okay, now on to something else. The cast will be exiting the stage. We kindly request that you let us exit before you do. And we also kindly request that you join us in singing America the Beautiful.